Good morning. Welcome to the John Mendola Show here in WILK. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Locations in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Well, some great high school football games last night. We'll get with some of those coaches coming up here on the show. We're going to talk Myers boys soccer. They are sitting atop the Wyoming Valley Conference standings, and they've had a fabulous year, so we'll get Jack Nolan in here along with some of the Mohawks. Also going to talk with Abby Norillo from Pittston area, pole vaulter. She made her college choice. We'll check with her. And Jimmy Coles from Channel 16 WNEP, recently in the Hall of Fame. So let's hear what Jimmy Coles has to say when we get him coming up here at the bottom of the hour. Right now, we're going to talk some high school football. The Berwick Bulldogs victorious last night in a rivalry game against Wyoming Valley West. Frank Sheptock, their head coach, joining us this morning. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, John. How are you?
Good. Well, a big win for you guys once again, and getting your quarterback back is always important to any football team. And what's it been the last couple of weeks with this young fella?
Well, it's been obviously, both an emotional boost for our football team as well as, boosting our on-field performance because, you had an outstanding junior season, and whenever you get your leader back and someone that you had great plans for, it's a great boost for your morale of your football team. And then the other thing, John, is, the thing that excites us a lot is that he's still developing. I mean, he's had no summer camp. He's had no scrimmages. He's had, really nothing since July 14th. So, we think his potential for growth over the next month, has a tremendous exponential potential of him getting extremely better in the next month of the season.
We talked with many football coaches this year, and that one scrimmage thing, everybody's still trying to get used to. Talk about what it was like week 1, week 2, trying to adapt, and now here we are after 8 weeks. How you think the season has gone, Coach?
Well, we're very pleased. I mean, the scrimmage thing, coming from the collegiate level where we just add the one scrimmage that hasn't been as much of a transition for us. I thought that, as we came out, there were a lot of question marks. I mean, we graduated 18 starters, and then we lost Jared Marshman, in the middle of the summer, and there were a lot of question marks about our program. But our young men, started the season extremely strong. I thought Alex Force came in and did a great job for us at the quarterback position, and we challenged the team at that point, John, to everybody's got to do their own little part to up the grade a little bit and up the standard a little bit. And the team responded to that extremely well. And, that's one of the things that I'm very pleased with this team is, how they respond to the challenges that have been placed before them. That started, way back in July with Jared's injury. And then it was last night, versus Valley West, where we're up, 30-8 in the third quarter. And then all of a sudden, it's 10 minutes to go in the game, and it's 30-22, and they got the ball on the 30-yard line going in, and we were able to respond and get a stop and go down and punch one in. So, it shows a lot of character from our young football team, and very proud of them. We've got a great senior leadership group, and we've got great team unity right now.
We're talking with Frank Sheptock from the Berwick area Bulldogs here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service, and Coach Shep, you've been around some incredible coaches in your lifetime. You're quite blessed. Jazz Divinick, Coach Curry, you're an All-American in Bloomsburg, Joe DeMelfi there at Wilkes, and so a couple of assistant coaches that you coach with. Talk about your football background and being able to get out there every week. And, hey, you're in high school football, but you're loving every minute, and I think you're working just as hard as anybody.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, I think that's one of the neat things about, when you're involved in football through your lifetime is that, it's about the relationships that you have and that you build. Obviously going back to Jazz, and where there was a man who was into the conditioning part and being in as good a shape as you can be, and had very much a passion for special teams, where he felt very special if you were on one of those units because he went about that and with so much pride. And obviously when I went to Bloomsburg, and you play under George Landis, who's a national coach of the year and was at Penn State and in the Ivy League, and the attention to detail and the ability to build a program as a player. And then I learned so much from Joe DeMelfi, when he took me under his wing up at Wilkes, and about relationships and building things, and things that you're not even thinking about are important to a program. So I think that's one of the neat things, and again, that transcends. I'll go back to last night where I have the starting tailback from my first college coaching game. I'm walking off the field and I hear, "Hey, coach," and it's him, and he's there with his 4 children, and we're taking pictures, and because those are the things. You build relationships through your passion for the game, and I think it's just a wonderful thing. I've been very blessed. The game has been very good to me. And to be at a program like Berwick where you're giving back to the community and helping, continue to build the strong tradition in this program, is very special.
Coach, congratulations on the win, and get ready for Lake Lehman next week.
Well, that's a tough one. They run the ball real well. Coach Gilski does a great job, and we know we'll have a great physical challenge.
Well, the Berwick Bulldogs are 7-1. They'll take on the Lake Lehman Black Knights as 6-2. Crispen Field will be the setting Friday night for the 9th game of the football season. Frank Sheptock here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service.